What's up? We back at it again.
Yes, sir.
This time we got a beer that I'd say is probably one of the most famous beers in Chicago as well.
Well, how
But
about an
this
introduction?
time,
Hey, welcome to
no, fuck
Chicago,
Sean.
Chicago Brew Talk,
Now, anyway,
episode 2.
hey, this is new name. Not used to actually saying brew talk, so it's a little different. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm here for.
But
I got you.
I got it. All right. This time we got a beer that's maybe not as famous as the Goose Island Bourbon County Stout, but definitely sells more than the Bourbon County Stout.
Blah, blah. I'm gonna call your ass out
Yeah,
immediately.
but it's probably the most famous beer in Chicago to the locals. I'll say that much. So the first thing I'm going to say is it's Revolution AntiHero. If you don't know what that is, you don't live in Chicago. You don't live in the surrounding areas of Chicago. This is the beer that sort of gave Revolution Brewing the legs that they have today. They are the largest craft brewery in Illinois, actually. Bigger than, well, not bigger than Goose Island because Goose Island is no longer independently owned, but they are the largest independently owned craft brewery in Illinois. They're actually the 40th largest in the US. Little history on them. They were started in 2010 by a guy by the name of Josh Death, who actually worked at Goose Island.
Okay.
I don't believe that.
So he stole Goose Island's recipe and then created his own and called it Anti-Hero. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not at all what I'm
That's
saying.
how it
I'm
comes
saying
across.
I'm saying he got his start at Goose Island and other breweries around the Chicagoland area. He had a stint at the Chamber of Commerce. The guy's had a lot of odd jobs, and he actually had this idea for Revolution Brewing back in 2000 and got rejected and rejected until finally in 2010, after getting rejected by 12 different banks, he was able to start it. And they still own the original area where they started the brewery, but they have two separate locations now where they have a production brewery and
Okay.
like a tap house type deal.
Okay.
So, Sean, you have any info about Revolution Brew? Have you even had this beer that we're having today?
So I have not. And when I first looked at the can, I was like, all right, this is Incredible Hulk beer. Got it. Because I see the green ass fist. I realize it's not going to be as heavy as the shit you maybe tried last week, but no,
Right?
I can confidently say right now that I have not tried this Anti-Hero beer. It's an IPA.
For sure.
Um, so I am down to bottoms this
That
shit
is
up whenever you're ready, my guy.
that is Sean's only contribution to this thing, apparently. But no, the
No,
fist
the
actually.
can is raw as fuck. Honestly, it's the
Oh
rawest
no,
looking can I've ever seen in my entire
they
life.
have some of the best imagery I've seen on cans. Another brewery by the name of Half Acre, which is also based in Chicago, they also have pretty awesome imagery. But this fist is actually sort of the revolution fist, if you will.
Facts.
It's the fist to show revolution. And they once had the 5 point star, the star of oh
GD.
no, yeah, if you want to say that, we are in Chicago. But they changed it to the Chicago Star, which is a 6 point star versus a 5 point star. Also, 5 point star would not be GD. Sean, don't get your ass beat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't really know gang shit like that. I assumed. My bad.
Clearly. But yeah, so let's just jump into this beer. Open it up.
All right.
Pop it open, Sean.
So here's what I did for you, bro. If I'm being transparent, right? You came in last week with a motherfucking snifter, right? I learned what that
Okay.
is. My first question is, are you drinking out of a snifter again?
Of course not. I'm drinking out of an IPA glass.
Why would you say, of course not, as if
Says
like everyone
be
knows?
hoppy.
Okay.
Well, because Sean, different beers require different glasses. That
Educate me, bro. I didn't
seems
know
like
that.
something that should be known. So
No,
specific,
that's your common man.
maybe not to your common man, Sean, but you're not really a common man. Like
When it comes to brewskis, yes, I am.
you're the closest to a common man to the people who don't drink beer,
Okay. So
but
educate
you're not
us.
really a common man. So different beers require different glasses.
Okay.
Last week I used a snifter that was more for your big, bold flavored beers. Like you'd probably drink a quad out of it, a triple. I'm not going to get into beer types right now because that would take forever.
Okay.
but you usually drink those out of there. Then you have your regular pint glass, which you would usually drink your pilsners, your lagers, pale ales out of. And
Okay.
then they have a specific glass. And to be honest with you, when it comes to IPAs, there have been different glasses that are recommended for quite some time, and this is probably the latest of those different types. So usually it'd be a stemmed glass that has like a fluted out top, similar to the way this one is,
Okay.
but it wouldn't be as big on the base. Now, this is the glass that is recommended for most all IPAs that you see out there.
Okay.
And I bought this glass back when
I feel like your glass is like disappearing in your background. It's weird. There it is.
well, you wouldn't see it, sir. Shut your ass up. It's not for you. But I bought this back when I tried the 12 days of IPA from Stone,
Okay.
which let me tell you, there's some good beers in there and there's some not so good beers. But this is a beer I've had multiple times. You can find it literally in any bar that you go to in the Chicagoland area. You can find it in most restaurants, if
Okay.
I'm being completely transparent on that. And it's probably the beer that I order the most when I'm out if I don't see anything else on the menu that I like.
So that's fair enough, right? So I really had to like challenge myself this week after you talked about snifters and shit. And I had to find a glass that made sense for this beer. So when I think of Revolution, bro, I think of a takeover. I think of boots on the ground. I think of the front line. I think of
Where are
your
you going
everyday
with this,
man.
man?
Hang on, let me finish. Right. I think of your everyday man, right, putting in the work. So what
Okay.
I got was a glass.
Oh my god. Oh my
So
god.
this is my fucking boot glass that I'm gonna fucking spark a revolution with.
Brother, it's March and you don't have an Oktoberfest style beer. This is so weird.
Wait, hang on. What do you mean? So this is only for October beers?
It's Das Boot. That's what the actual glass that you have there is called.
All right.
And it's usually reserved for German style beers.
All right. Well, to all my German friends, I'm gonna go ahead and
Also, you
run
poured
this
that very
revolution.
you
Wait,
poured
yeah,
that
you saw
very
this head,
poorly.
bro? It's a lot. It's a lot. How the fuck? We'll talk about that in another
That's
episode. But like, this is 99% foam. I'm pissed.
that's probably because you poured it poorly. But you
Uh,
see mine, it's perfectly poured, light head, little no lacing on the glass, by
my
the
shit
way.
is fucking yuck, bro. I don't even want to try this at this point.
I mean, at this point, you're gonna be drinking foam, so
I'll give you
I
guys
don't
a
know what to
description on
tell
how
you.
the fucking the foam tastes. I got you.
All right, bottoms up.
Thumbs up, boy. All that foam is very, very cloud esque. It's a very
Yeah,
light
that's
foam.
this is so good. Like it's a legit good beer, and I know I'm probably gonna say that for a lot of the beers that we try on here, only because I mean I'm not really choosing bad beers. Like as we go along, we're probably gonna choose beers that I haven't tried and sort of challenge ourselves. So Sean, I'm gonna let you start this one off because I already know how I feel about it. This is your first time.
Hang on.
What you got for us, Mr. Allen?
It tastes chalky.
Chalky. That's
Yeah, like I don't crave another sip. I'm gonna take another sip so I can further describe how the beer tastes. But like it leaves me wanting to drink water right now. And so that's why chalky comes to mind because it doesn't taste good. It tastes like it's a heavy beer and it tastes like I need to fucking use mouthwash to rinse my mouth out right now.
well, this only sits at 6.7% alcohol. So it's not like a heavy beer. But what you're probably getting bombarded with is the hops in this beer because it is a heavily hopped beer sitting at 65 IBU, which IBU stands for International Bitterness Units. It's just basically a measure of how bitter a beer is. And so that bitterness is probably taking you away from the refreshing aspect and the ability to taste the flavor. So this, take another sip just so I can give you a.
This is like the ugly girl version of beer, right? Like you don't want to look at her too long. You don't want to be in her company too long. She's just there
That's
and you have
wild.
no other option. So you finish it.
What do you mean by finish it?
You finish the conversation because you have to, finish the date because you have to. You don't want to be an asshole, but like I would never take this beer out on a date ever again.
Interesting. So here's the thing. At the time that it came out, uh, it was different from everything else in the Chicagoland area in the craft beer landscape. Even Goose Island wasn't doing things like this, right? They weren't doing your IPAs. They were doing your Belgian style beers, and that's sort of why Josh Death. There's so many different pronunciations for his name. It's DETH, but that's why he decided he wanted a hoppy IPA and one that's going to stand the test of time. And it has 7 years, and it's still their most popular brew.
Next time,
I
recommend
saw.
me some shit that tastes like breakfast again. That was actually fucking bomb.
I'm not gonna do
This
that,
is like
Sean. We
bottom
got to do
barrel
different
shit, I
things.
feel like.
That's not true. It accounts for about
Mm.
50% of their. There you go. That's That's what
This
was needed
boot,
right
bro. What
there.
the fuck? This boot fucked me up. I'm
Oh,
pissed.
Did you drink right at the point where the bubbles happen? You're a dumbass. You are an idiot. That's why I told you don't drink out of that. It's made for chugging because it creates an air pocket that creates a vacuum. Anyway, this still accounts for more than 50% of their general sales.
All right. There's a badass name too. AntiHero IPA, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Again, the imagery is
And
cool.
I think the name sort of leads us into our topic, actually.
Okay. What do you mean?
So, throughout media, talking comics, TV shows, movies, the idea of an anti-hero has been something that has been long discussed and sort of craved. You want the bad boy who's doing the good thing, but he's doing it in his own way, right? That's always been sort of our fascination as humans and our fascination as people who want action. So I want to ask the question to you, Sean, and I'll give my answer after this. Who is your favorite anti-hero throughout all media? I'm talking comics, I'm talking movies, TV shows, video games, if you really play them like that. Who is your favorite anti-hero?
So, if I had to really think about it, I actually just watched the movie pretty recently. Have you ever seen Joker, the one with Joaquin Phoenix?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for me, I don't see him as a villain, bigger picture. I see him as
Even
an
though
anti-hero.
he's definitely a villain
In your mind, that's fine, right? But
in
if you pay attention
anyone's
to the
mind.
movie, no, not mine. The progression that he goes from being Arthur Fleck to how he finally got to the Joker is because life shit on him constantly. He's just trying to fucking be a clown on the fucking street, holding up signs to make money for his mom, right? Who's sick and he's trying to take care of her. He gets fucking bullied, right? And gets his ass beat. Then, right?
This
Then he
guy.
loses his job because of that. Hang on. He goes and sees a bullshit ass psychiatrist, right? And then he's on a train and there are three rich motherfuckers giving him a hard time, threatening to beat his ass because of his laughing condition for no real reason. And
Okay.
then he winds up killing them, right? So the world is against the Joker, against Arthur Fleck, right? From the beginning of the movie to the very end. So when you take
Mm-hmm.
somebody who has a mental illness, right, and you beat them down over and over and over again, that's what the fuck you get, which is why he killed the TV show host Murray at the end of it, because Murray played his comedy
By the way,
stand-up act.
spoiler alerts for anybody who has not seen the
If you haven't
movie
seen Joker
Joker.
by now, it's been 2 years. Fuck off. That's where I'm at. But regardless, right? Then the TV show host then goes to make fun of him and invites him on the show to further make fun of him. And he's had enough,
Right.
bro. That's a lot for anybody to handle. So if you can't understand why Joker did what he did, something's wrong with you, not him.
It's not that I don't understand. It's that there has to be an end goal in mind
There
for
was.
the anti-hero.
Stop
And
fucking with
I
me.
didn't see that's not an end goal that's for the betterment of society. That
It
is
doesn't
for the
fuck
betterment of
society.
himself.
Exactly. An anti-hero could be for just you and yourself, but the
That's not
world
how
is
I view
fucking
him.
with you. Okay.
That's not how I view him.
Okay. Go ahead.
I feel like an anti-hero is for the betterment of something. He's trying to rid the world of this, but
Yeah,
he's
rid the
doing it
world
in his
of
own.
assholes who make fun of people who can't help themselves.
If that's how you viewed the Joker, that's fine. I'm cool with that. So my answer, I gave it like a lot of thought, more thought than you think that you need to take for this.
Before you give me that though, you got to tell me why you disagreed, right? You said he didn't do anything for himself.
No, I
How did
say
he
he
not do
did
that for
everything
himself?
for
I'm sorry,
himself. He did
right?
everything
How did
for
he do nothing
himself.
for society
Because
when he calls people out on their bullshit?
how is killing a host of a beloved late night TV show helping better society?
If the host was a
It's
shithead person, you mean to tell me that if somebody fucking fucked
he's
with you,
providing entertainment, correct?
the host?
Yes, he's providing entertainment.
So you're telling
Therefore,
me,
he's
Aaron, if
providing a
somebody provided
service.
entertainment at your expense, no matter how low it made you feel, you'd be fine with it at your
I'd
expense. It's not
ignore it.
joking. Oh, bullshit. Come on, bro. We both know from previous conversations you would ignore it. Not for real.
If it's a TV show, I don't care. I won't if I especially if I don't watch it. Like maybe
It's your
his
favorite show. That
thoughts
was
a
his
little
favorite
different.
show.
Cool, that's his favorite show. It still doesn't excuse the behavior. It doesn't make it hero behavior. That's
It's
the thing.
anti-hero behavior.
Right, anti-hero, there has to be some sort of heroic nature behind what he's doing in order for him to be an anti-hero. So that's just my thoughts on it, Sean. And so my thing is,
We'll agree to
I
disagree.
gave it some thought, and there were like a few names that ultimately popped in my head. Right, there was John Wick, who is definitively an anti-hero. He uses methods that most people wouldn't deem heroic to achieve an end goal that is ultimately heroic. Then there was Billy Butcher from The Boys. If you're familiar with that TV show, I'm not going to give spoilers like Sean does.
Well, The Boys season 3 is fairly new, where Joker came out 2 years ago.
Season
So
two,
understood.
season two, sir.
They're on season 3 now, so be cool.
3 hasn't come out yet, though.
It has. I promise you, it
Understand.
has. Catch up. Oh wait,
Sean,
no, I'm wrong.
Sean, no, it
I'm
hasn't.
wrong as fuck.
It's okay, Sean. And just know that there will be a screenshot in this video.
I'm
Showing
wrong
you.
as fuck.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anyway, because Billy Butcher, he's definitively a bad-ish person, but
Damn, that's
everything
weak.
he's trying to do is in the service of ridding the world from these self-serving heroes,
Okay,
right?
I like the Billy
And
Butcher
this
shit.
corporation that essentially is profiteering off of these heroes who have major ego. But the one I ultimately came up with is still my favorite anti-hero throughout all. It's Deathstroke. Deathstroke the Terminator. He's an anti-hero in the loosest sense of the word, though.
What do you
If
mean?
you're familiar with Deathstroke, he did have a little stint in the Arrow TV show, but he's from comic books, right? He's an assassin who goes by the name of Slade Wilson. If that sounds familiar, because you saw the Deadpool movie. Deadpool is the direct ripoff of Deathstroke.
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but he's essentially an assassin for hire for the most part. But he also has like children that he constantly protects. But he also makes friends with other heroes. And in Arrow specifically, he took the main character of Oliver Queen, Arrow, took him and basically put him under his wing and taught him all the ways that he knew how to defend himself, and ultimately ended up betraying Oliver in the end. But before that, he was a true anti-hero who embodied everything that I would want my anti-hero to embody. I want them to be somewhat heroic, but to have a bit of a mean streak, willing to kill as long as it ends up serving the greater good. Which
Killing for the greater good is where.
again, the Joker was not doing for the greater good, but it's okay.
But he was though. So Conrad Murray, which was the name of the fucking TV show host, was a shithead person to the Joker. So if you can be a shithead to somebody who's mentally ill, killing you seems to serve the greater good.
And so how did he know before he even got on TV that he was mentally ill?
But he didn't know that, right? But he also didn't give Arthur Fleck a chance to like explain himself, or he didn't get to know him
I have a
before
question,
embarrassing
Sean,
him. Shoot.
because we're gonna turn this on you now.
All right, bet.
Sean, you love to talk shit about people.
I mean, depends, right? Sometimes
No,
it's
I know it depends. Sean, you love to talk shit about people. Do you stop to get to know them first before talking shit about them?
Yes.
No, you don't. Don't lie. Don't lie to the people. It's unnecessary to lie to the people. You don't. And you want to know why you do that? You don't do that?
Tell me why.
Because it's fun to talk shit. You don't have to get to know the person to talk shit.
I have never publicly embarrassed somebody on a platform for the nation to see. I've never done that.
Shonda, we need to just go
Conrad
back
Murray
to a
did
few
that.
weeks.
I keep saying Conrad Murray. I'm sure that's not even his real nickname. I just know Murray.
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
Conrad Murray was the name of the doctor who fucked up Michael Jackson. Now that I think about it. like I kept like I mean, that's not even funny, but like I'm just
What is
trying to put two and two together.
But no, my thing is, Sean, just what was it, 4 or 5 weeks
Franklin.
ago?
Okay, go ahead.
We talked about what's the guy's name? We didn't forget his name that fast.
Who?
The dickhead from Michigan. Sean, did you stop to get to know him
Austin
before
Change?
talking that shit?
No, because he was a dickhead from Jump Street.
Oh.
So that's different.
No, it's not, Sean.
Yeah, for sure it's Murray Franklin. I'm tweaking with the Conrad Murray shit.
I'll let you say it twice because I didn't remember his name for shit, so it doesn't matter.
No, Austin Change was a dickhead though, when he deserved all the slander I gave him. So it's different.
You didn't get to know him. What if he was held hostage by the GOP? Like, who knows? Who knows?
To
what
post on his Twitter account?
Yeah, I don't
No.
know. The fuck.
No.
Anyway,
Don't feed me bullshit.
but no.
Don't call me out. That's fine. Don't feed me bullshit.
Anyway, Joker's definitively not an anti-hero. I think I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. He is a villain. He is a villain. It is a villain origin. It's a villain origin story.
No,
that's exactly what
I almost picked, bro. Honestly, I almost picked Stone Cold Steve Austin. Are you a wrestling fan at all, or have you been as a shorty?
Not when I was little either.
He was probably the realest anti-hero of all time because he was a badass, and he didn't take shit from anybody. He would fuck you up whether you were good, bad, but it was all for the greater good of entertaining the audience and let you know that he wasn't going to take shit from you, no matter if you were the chairman, the CEO, the CEO's daughter, The Rock. It didn't matter. He was going to fuck you up no matter what. Mike Tyson.
You sound like a fucking nerd.
Oh, I sound like a nerd. The motherfucker who said Deathstroke and Slade Wilson.
Well, that's his name.
I sound like a nerd.
What do you want from me? That's his name.
I'm saying fucking call a spade, bro.
I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm enjoying my brew.
I'm not.
But you drank the shit out of it, is all I'm saying.
I paid for it, so at this point, gotta get my money's worth, you know?
It was like $3, brother. Don't sit here and lie to the people like you balled out on a damn beer. All right, this shit was this can right here was actually pretty cheap. All right, but anyway, I want you guys to let us know how you feel about this shit down below. If you've ever had this beer, who your favorite anti-hero is, whether or not you like this series, because it really feels like talking into the void when we're doing this shit. But we know that there's always a purpose to get it out there. Anyway, follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Instagram at High Chicago 312. Sean, you got a plug?
Yeah, shout out to AntiHero for being my bottom barrel beers.
The disrespect. Find us on all your favorite podcast platforms. Until next time, guys. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.